Hello YouTube and welcome to Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. And, well, it's an adventure, so why don't we jump right into it. Spyro's Adventure uses the autosave feature because it's easier. So let's go straight into the adventure and start a new game.
Greetings, young Portal Master. I have been waiting for you. I am Eon, your guide in this world. But where are you, you may ask? This is Skylanders, an ancient world of wonder and mystery. For generations, the Portal Masters and the Skylanders kept peace and balance in this world, so that all creatures could thrive. Magic flows through everything here. Every rock, every tree, and every beast. But now our world is in great danger. The darkness is spreading. Skylands needs your help. A great adventure awaits you, young Portal Master. I have sent my assistant Hugo to seek you out. We will speak again soon.
Alright, so on to the first level of the game. I believe is called the Shattered Island. And to my favorite character.
Wowzers, look at all these balloons leaving. Parking's gonna be a snap.
They're not just leaving, they're evacuating. Something is terribly wrong.
Oh, well, that explains the flying rocks. Are you sure this is a good idea?
Just go on, Flynn. Get to higher ground. I'll meet you on the other side of town.
Rightio. Good luck, Hugo.
The Shattered Island.
Master Eon said help would be coming. He said to be right here. First, the core explodes. Then, I start hearing voices. And now, I'm in the middle of a village being ripped apart by who knows what. Clearly, I am losing my mind.
Now is the time, Portal Master.
This is the Portal of Power. Well, I'm not exactly showing you the Portal of Power because, you know, because I don't have to. So, this is where the pretty cool part is. Well, what I think is pretty cool. I think everyone thought it was pretty cool at the time, too. You take your Skylander and you put it on the Portal of Power. And there you are.
Whoa! Spyro! You've returned! Master Eon was right! That means he did find another Portal Master to help us. I, of course, never doubted it for a second. I know that you are watching, oh great Portal Master. I am Hugo, and we have much to do. This village needs our help.
Alright, so starting off, just to go ahead and mention this, is that Spyro. If anyone heard, Hugo said Spyro. Well, that can only occur with two other Skylanders, not including Spyro. Including Spyro, blah. It can be with Spyro, Gilgrunt, or Trigger Happy. It will not happen with any other Skylander, only those three. Those three just so happen to be the favored Skylanders, three of the most favored Skylanders among Master Eon. So, naturally, Hugo knows them pretty well. Other Skylanders, not so much. So you use the control stick on the nunchuck to move around, you press the A button to use your primary attack, your B button to use your secondary attack, and you use the Z button, which you should not be able to use at this time, but I have all the abilities, so you use the Z button to use a special ability that you have. And if you have the Soul Gem, you can use a special Soul Gem power. I'll get into all that later. But if you actually shoot Hugo before you move on...
Hey, watch where you're pointing that. But don't worry, you can't actually hurt him. Ouch! Of course, we non-evils can't hurt each other, but it does kind of tickle. Knock that off! I'm one of the good guys.
There you go. Let's go across this bridge. And the bridge is out! Let's turn back and talk to Hugo.
Oh dear. I'll meet you on the other side of the village. A balloon should be waiting for us there.
Yep. So let's move on. And Master Eon is gonna teach us how to use the powers I just told you that you could use.
Greetings, young Portal Master. I, Eon.
Now, this stuff that you see laying around is your currency.
You can break
Use your currency
and obstacles.
to buy upgrades. Where do you buy upgrades? I'll explain that later.
We heard the Skylanders were all gone, but it's great to see you're here.
Thank you, Schnuckles.
That main road was destroyed and now
Snuckles.
the townsfolk are all trapped inside. It's very dangerous.
It's a trap.
Taking down that wall seems like it might help. Maybe that old cannon will work.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Why don't we go over there and find out? The C button is your interaction button, basically. Not the A button, the C button.
Oh, thank you.
And we've saved some villagers. So you use the C button to basically interact with practically everything. With the cannon, with other people.
It's good to have the Skylanders with us again.
Your name is Ike. Does that mean you fight for your friends? Maybe.
Hey, you're a Skylander, aren't you? I didn't know you guys were here. We could really use your help.
Could you?
Can you grab that key and get us out of here?
Maybe.
Get the key, young Portal Master.
So you take the key, you just walk up to keys, and then you automatically pick them up, and then you shove the remote forward, the Wii remote forward, and you unlock locks. Obviously.
Get to the balloon.
Now, in this one game, I don't remember if they do them in the second one, but if you shoot your fire at people, they freak out. I don't know why, but they do. So these are treasure chests. They have, obviously, treasure in them. You shake the Wii remote to throw off the locks and gain your treasure. What do you have to say?
Something horrible is happening on the far side of the village.
We shall keep that in mind. We found a key. Is this the one? I'm trying to remember. No, this isn't. This has to be it, right? No. No, there's gotta be something else.
Your Skylander will need a key to open this gate.
So, there's the reason why I'm looking around is that there's this item that you can find, and it is called, and that's in every level, and it's called the hidden treasure, I think. The hidden treasure for this level, it just so happens to be right here in this house. But you need a cannon to break it open, and I don't seem to recall how you can do that. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but I can't quite remember it
So glad
right
the
now.
Skylanders are here. Hope there are more of you. We have a doodle of a problem here.
Ooh, it's a doodle of a problem.
The bridge is out, and people are trapped on the other side of Turtle Gully. Gosh, I hope they're okay. Blobber's over there can't move that turtle. Could you please help him? Ow!
Help him we shall. Wait! I think I remember how to get the hidden treasure. I think I remember. I think I remember. Yep! I'm an idiot. I can't believe I forgot. You had to shoot that cannon twice. Here it is. We have the legendary treasure. We found the salary swine. These things normally have beautiful names. It's amazing how wonderful they are. Chugga Conroy would be proud.
By Pythagoras' theorem, you're a Skylander, aren't you? Good thing you're here. I've got a big brain, but pretty puny muscles. I could use a powerful hero such as yourself to help me move this turtle.
Push the turtle to clear a path forward.
Just pushing some turtles. Not much going on here. So if you noticed on top of the turtle, it had a blue, turquoise, whatever you want to call it, arrow on top of it. Whichever direction the arrows point will show you which direction the turtles can be pushed. You cannot push them in just any random direction. Push this turtle once that way. I can push this turtle all the way this way.
Hey down there! Name's Flynn. Hugo told me to meet you. Boy, you got here just in time. I can see what's causing this island to shatter. Come here and I'll show you. Use those bounce pads. They're super springy.
Well, before we go and meet Flynn up there, let's push this turtle over here, and then we'll see. Ooh, something shiny. And if we remember, shiny is good. Let's go up to it. Aw, yeah. These are elemental gates that can only open up to Skylanders of that specific element. So, remember that. You need to at least have one Skylander of every element to be able to get all of the treasure in the game. These are hat boxes. I think they're called hat boxes or present boxes or whatever, but they contain hats in them, which give you things. Like, they'll upgrade your strength, they'll give you more strength, they'll give you more speed, make you walk faster, and stuff. And this is a soul gem. You need to find the soul gems to be able to collect the special powers for that Skylander. And you get to view previews for them. You can. I'm not going to, personally. I may show it off. I may show off that later at the end of the episode. Let us keep pressing forward and go visit Flynn after we see this story scroll.
While the shape and size of portals vary, under the control of a true portal master, these mystic devices can connect 2 points in space, dimension, and, if we are to believe ancient legends, even time. Portal masters can then send Skylanders and magic to the other side.
Yep, there's also story scrolls that you can find. Story scrolls, they basically, as it says, tell you stories about certain characters, about certain myths and legends in the world of the game that you didn't know about. You know, just random stuff like that. And some of it's some pretty cool information, some of it's just downright funny. But with that out of the way, let's go visit Flynn, see what he has to say.
You see that, Twister? It's a big one, all right, but I got an idea. What we're gonna do is... Whoa!
Save yourself!
That was close. It's okay. You go on ahead, and I'll take her around and meet you back here later.
Now, before we go over to that weird gate, over here. Normally you cannot cross this unless you have a Skylander that can fly or can swim. I have both, but I just so happen to be Spyro, so I'm just going to have to fly over there and get it. But there's another way you can get it, and you're probably seeing it right now. And that is to go through that water elemental gate over there to come over and get it. Now, let's talk to Blobbers and see what he has to say about this gate.
You again. Thank goodness. I'd gladly escape this raging tornado, except these monster gates are in my way. Monsters always stake out their territory by putting up these gates. And these are particularly nasty little monsters, too. Hungry little chompies. I'll be on the safe side, thank you. It sure beats being on the chompy side, which is where you are. But don't worry, these gates will open once all of the monsters have been defeated. So all you have to do is just get rid of all of the chompies in there and everything should be just fine. Good luck.
Good luck indeed. For a beginner, which I am not, this is a Chompy. Beware of those pearly whites. Not really. Chompies aren't that threatening. They're the Goombas of this game. That's it. They have no special properties at all, except for they have a long-range jump. Not that long range, but long enough to the point where they can jump pretty far to try to bite you. But other than that, as you have just seen, they're not anything. But since it's stuck up there, that is experience. You collect it to level up. But in this game in particular, you can only get up to level 10. In other Skylander games, I think the highest level you can get to is level 20 to 25. I'm not sure. I don't quite remember if it's 20 or 25. But Blobbers is just going to explain what I just explained. So, be right back.
Great treasures, but
And we're back. Blabbers just finished explaining what I just said, which is not important at all. So, let's go ahead and go through these gates. First by removing Spyro off the Portal of Power and placing a totally different Skylander, which just so happens to be Zap the Water Dragon. Let's open this gate and go straight into the water. And now that we're up here, let's see. This is, I'm being a little anticlimactic. I mean, it's obvious what's up here. And we get a pan for a hat! Or just plain pan hat. We can now be Johnny Appleseed. I pressed the wrong button. So, if you couldn't get the treasure chest before, you can drop down right here and get it, and then bounce back up. If you do not have a water dragon. A water Skylander, not water dragon. I think it's funny if you're in the water. Blub, 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 blub. It's kind of funny. Wrong button again. I keep pressing the wrong button.
To unlock this gate.
Sorry, the treasure tempted me. So, let's go ahead and switch to another Skylander. A tech Skylander to open the gate. Open, says I. Opened it has been. Now, these are obviously what they look like. Spinning blades. Touch them, and they hurt. Ow. Oh! Okay, that was a little too much explaining. Let's go ahead and open this chest and get an anvil hat. I totally called it. So let's make our way out of here. Thank you. And let's go and save some more villagers. Apparently we haven't saved them all.
the tornado! Wait! Hobson's knee goiter! The Royal Babu Palace is completely gone. And, oh no, look! The royal family is trapped. You must save them.
Not the royal family! Oh no! Whatever shall we do? They're guarded by Chompy... Oh. Yeah, the Chompies aren't really threatening at all. Not at all. So this is food. Food does what food normally does in every game. It heals you. But unlike in some games, food can actually be saved. You can just leave it there and it won't disappear, unless you go down a ledge and you can't get back up there. Then, well, you can't get the food. Other than that, you don't have to eat it. You can just save it if you don't need to. Let's go ahead and save the royal family and end this level. And I see some experience bouncing in the corner that I forgot. Oh well. It's going to die with the rest of this building.
You did it! Thanks to you, all of the villagers managed to evacuate just in time. This is only the beginning. There are reports of terrible disasters all throughout Skylands.
Yeah, well, there's gonna be another one if we don't get moving. That tornado is right on top of us.
Oh, right. We should get to safety. I'll explain everything on the way.
So, this is, I guess, kind of like the collection screen of sorts. So, first of all, obviously, you're always going to complete the chapter. Always. Then there's the completion list and the collections list. The collections list obviously has stuff that you need to collect. There's always going to be a soul gem, always going to be a legendary treasure, and there's always going to be a story scroll in every level. Now, how many treasure chests and hats in the level, I think, differs from every level. Obviously, it differs from every level. But, and in the completion goal, in the completions, you have enemy goal, which it never tells you how many enemies you need to defeat. There might be something that you can look up on the internet that'll tell you how many enemies you need to defeat, but I'm pretty sure it means defeat all enemies. Probably, more than likely. Although I think I have gotten the enemy goal without defeating all the enemies, so I'm not sure, but that's just my memory, and my memory sucks, so more than likely, I just don't know. All areas found. There sometimes you're not going to be able to find all the areas on the first run, which obviously is okay, because you can come back and do the levels whenever you want to. And there's no lives lost, obviously, and then there's cleared under a certain time. I am not going to show off me getting the cleared under a certain time. I will go back and do that in between episodes. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, without further ado, let us continue and get into a little bit more story. Hopefully.
For as long as anyone could remember, Skylands was protected by the wisest and most powerful beings of all, the Portal Masters. And the greatest among them was Master Eon. He and his Skylanders protected the core of light. For centuries, the core of light had enriched the world, holding at bay the darkness, the ultimate force behind all evil. But now, Eon was the last Portal Master, and growing weaker with age, he knew it was only a matter of time before the darkness would return. Master Eon, those clouds, is something wrong?
Have you ever known dark, boiling, ominous clouds to be a good thing, Hugo? Take your station, Hugo. Skylanders, the darkness has come. Prepare for battle!
Behold, it is I, Chaos. Long have I waited for this day to take my revenge. Soon you will all bow down before me. Chaos. K-A-O-S.
Chaos! I might have known. And what happened to your head? It looks ridiculous.
What?
My head is awesome, I tell you! Fear it! Fear my giant floating head!
See? I told you the head isn't scary enough.
Silence, Clubshanks! You're spoiling my evil mood.
You thought you had banished me to the Outlands? I, Chaos, have returned to destroy the core of light and rule Skylands as its emperor. And you are so old and weak now, Eon. There is nothing you can do about it.
I've told you before, Chaos. You and the darkness have no power here.
Oh, is that so? We'll just see about that, minions.
Skylanders!
Okay, I worked it out. We're losing. Maybe we should go to Plan B.
No, Plumshanks. I have a much better idea. Initiate Plan Z!
Not the core!
Master Eon? Anyone? And that was the day the core of light was scattered to the far corners of the universe, and Skylands lost its greatest protectors. But there is more to their story. As the Skylanders were drawn farther and farther away from the magic of Skylands, they began to shrink until they reached your world, waiting for you to find them. And Master Eon, he survived the blast, but was changed. He became a spirit. Though without his body, he couldn't fight chaos and the darkness. But now we have you, young Portal Master.
Thank the portals, we made it back in one piece. So as you can see, with our core of light destroyed, Skylands is in great danger. I'm sure that tornado was no accident. This is clearly the work of chaos.
Chaos. Oh, that guy really grinds my gears. If you're taking down chaos, you can count me in.
Glad to hear it, Flynn. Callie agreed to help too.
Callie? Ah, Callie. Well, I've heard some things about that gal. Interesting things. If she's involved in this, count me double in.
Splendid! When you're ready, go with Flynn to perilous pastures.
I'll prep the balloon for takeoff.
And if you bring back any more of those sheep, I'll never forgive you!
So, with that out of the way, that whole story out of the way, we now know what is going on. It seems a rat of a villain, is apparently trying to take over the whole Skylands, or whole world, I guess I should say world, of sorts. And it is our job to defeat him, to stop him. So, before we move on, I want to show off some things. First of all, there's the chapter select. If there's something you missed, you can come back here and you can replay a chapter. There's the objectives, which you can only see when you're in the chapter. It shows you all the stuff that we went over at the end of, well, the level. And this are the collections. These are the stuff that you can collect. You can collect Skylanders. These are Skylanders that you have claimed as your own in the game, and it shows you their soul gems. These are all the scrolls that you can find in the game, and you can go back and you can listen to the scrolls, or read the scrolls, again if you want to. Then there are the, well, basically achievements of sorts. What are the achievements? Well, they're basically... The only way you can get these achievements is if you buy more Skylanders. Basically, that's it. And these are the treasures. The only way you can look at them is if you scroll over them. That's it. You can't press the A button or anything to take a better look at them. They're just there. The only other thing that the legendary treasures do is they give you more money. Like the salary swine contained 550 gold with it, I believe. So that's basically all you can do, really. So now we can go over and talk to Flynn and go find Callie in the next episode.